parent colony or?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, the original colony just has to be a big colony. It doesn't necessarily have to be a nice colony. It doesn't have to have any great features to it.
Big healthy hive, use
It's
that.
just big healthy hive.
Go over here,
We got
watch the
our
next
fancy
and-
pedigreed queen somewhere that we're going to graft from and give those grafts to this thing.
This is to get all the nurse bees.
This is to get all the nurse bees, to maximize the population. We want to emulate that swarm state. This is going to give that swarm state and then some, because there's going to be so many bees packed in that cell builder. They're going to jump on those grafts like their entire future depends upon it. It's going to be super great pulling out cells. So it takes a little more jostling around, and you got to kind of think through it a few times, read through these few slides a few times, and kind of get a sense for what are we trying to achieve here. And I mentioned in one of your questions, I said the cloak board. Cloak board basically is exactly the same thing, but the cloak board does not require another bottom board that you take the box off. It's basically a queen excluder with a slide that slides in place, and that separates the two colonies. So you've eliminated the possibility of transferring pheromones up into your cell builder. So you can Google cloak board, and you'll see that there's a very close similarity between this and the cloak board method. Because the cloak board also wants you to turn the colony around. Yes, sir.
Snell board do a similar thing?
I'm more familiar with the cloak board. I've never used the snell board, so I can't really talk to that.
Because all these evidences, you just keep altering the way you need direction, you know?
Yeah, I've seen it before. I've never actually used one, so I really can't say. I have used the cloak board and had good success with it, but I find this just as easy. And, you know.
Yeah, Michael Palmer had it. He spoke at the conference, this past conference.
Yeah.
And he had his yard, his apiary, he angled his hives like almost like a flower, effect.
Yeah.
They were just hourglass.
Okay, so any other questions? We still have a little bit more. So I think precautionary action. So we now have the ability to harvest the cells on queen development day 14. But now we've taken what was a big colony and made it bigger. We made it bigger by giving them these 5 more brood frames. So we've kind of jacked up a colony that was potentially near swarm conditions and made it closer to swarm conditions. So it's more likely to swarm on you because you've added resources. So one way to reduce the chance of swarming is to find the queen. So that colony that was facing the wrong direction, you put it back on its original bottom board. You find the queen, set her aside for a moment, get a new box, put that new box on the bottom board, put the queen back in there, and just populate the rest with empty comb. Put a queen excluder on that, and let her deal with the bottom being on one single frame below a queen excluder. So you have a queen excluder on top of her colony, we'll have her brood above her, and you have another queen excluder where your cells are. So there'll be 2 queen excluders. That queen on the bottom is going to be basically depopulated. She's going to still be able to lay. The nurse bees aren't going to be in her way, and it won't swarm. So this is a twist if you're kind of worried about swarming. And there's another reference here. This is kind of a twist on the DeMarie technique of swarm control. So,
Excuse me.
yes, sir.
Why do we need another queen excluder above
This is,
the other
if
queen
you don't
excluder?
like this, just forget it. I'm just saying, this thing's going to be big.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
That's the cautionary tone here. This is a potential way to deal with this monster colony. Okay? You can depopulate it if you want.
Yeah.
You can make a nuke off it. There's lots of ways to do it. This is something to keep all your population and then some, 5 frames more, in the same hive stand and make a lot of honey by doing this one little thing. It's super easy. Find the queen. She's now in a single or a double. She'll be able to find the queen, put her down below. Nothing more than that one frame she was on. Backfill with frames, or even foundation if there's good flow on. Queen excluder down, and then just restack things. And make sure you got that cell builder above yet another queen excluder.
The question is, why do we need a second queen excluder?
Oh, that's your question?
Yes.
Oh, pardon me.
Up there.
I did not understand your question.
I mean, if the queen is way down there, and
Because
she
I
has
don't,
a
I don't
above
trust
her,
you to make a good queen on the first one. If she's a runty queen, she could squeeze through that first excluder, and then she's got a beeline right for the cells. So I'm going to force her to go through 2 excluders.
well, if she get one through one, she's going to get through the other.
Who knows?
It's the same.
Yeah. I like to hedge my bets. It may be pointless, but
If she can
yeah.
go through a queen
So will
excluder,
the nurse
she's
fees
going to the other.
they'll
It's the
go
same
down
dimension.
in the box to take care of her as she's
Oh,
going?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be an enormous field force coming through that only entrance, which is at the bottom, right past her. They're going to stop. They're going to build comb.
So you do this and then you have your grafted cells on top, like it's all just one.
It's one monster colony. Your grafted cells, which are now capped.
Okay, so you don't do it until your cells are capped.
Yeah, hold on, guys. So we have a question here. Christine is asking, what about the grafted cells? So the grafted cells now are capped. So you don't reassemble things until the cells are capped. 5 days into it. So 5 days after you gave the graft, your cells are capped, then reassemble everything. And those go above a queen excluder.
Okay, and then you take them out on day 14 and
Day
put them in mating
14,
tubes.
and those go in mating tube at that point.
So they're only on top for like 5 days.
Yes,
Okay.
Sean,
that's right.
Sean, aren't we trapping the drones between 2 queen excluders this way? Do you make an exit for them or something?
The potential for drones, we're kind of wrapped around the axle here of this last step.
Tell you. But I mean,
We should probably not do this step, Terry.
Okay.
But yes, there's a potential for drones in the region between the excluder below the cell builder and the excluder you laid on top of the frame with just the queen. There will be drones in that portion of the box. And if drones are not allowed to go through an opening, they'll clog an excluder. So you should have some sort of opening. You could set the box back a little bit, some way for the drones to come and go out of that space.
Oh, I answered my own question in my head. I was gonna say, can you use a double screen board with the little doors, but then bees couldn't get up into the...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, 5 drones. I mean, most of my boxes, I have this kind of thing set up, so that's probably why it escaped my attention. So this is the front of mine, so I always have drilled holes. I have these set up so I can dial them in. Obviously, that's where the drones would come and go. So that's how I run most of my boxes. And on the inside, I put little slots here, and notice there's no handhold here. So I just slice right through, and so now I can use it as a double 5 frame or three frames. So there's 2 entrances on the front and 1 entrance on the back. Talk more about mating use later. But if you do this, this colony should not only make great cells for you, but still produce a lot of honey. So it's a win-win and doable for a backyard beekeeper. Just kind of understand the basic steps here. It's not that hard. And execute it, and you should get fantastic queen cells. That's the mini MP. It's a little more detailed, but try it.
So if you do 5 grafts and you get 5 beautiful little cells or something, then you better have 5 nukes to put them in.
Oh yeah, every queen cell has to have a future. So if that future is not a mating nuke, if it's not a requeening a production hive or making a split, it has to go somewhere.
Okay.
Or it will emerge, and then what do you do?
Yeah.
I don't like emerging queens that are not in colonies. It's just too much of a headache to do
Okay,
that.
so you have to have day 14,
Day
you better have
14.
somewhere to put them.
Before day 14, you have to be thinking, where are all these wonderful cells? Where are they going?
Okay.
So they need a home.
Are you gonna tell us how they go?
Oh yeah, that's coming up,
Okay.
absolutely.
If we don't ask too many questions.
No, we're done.
I'm just gonna come over and harass you.
That's okay. Okay, so, seriously, questions now are,